Hi there, in this follow-up lesson to corresponding angles, we're going to look at another type of angle called alternate angles. I've put some more pictures here to show you where angles appear in nature in different places. Here you can see lots of angles appearing in the bridge again. Like the last lesson, this one in West Virginia, quite an amazing bridge across a gorge actually, but lots of angles in the structure there. Fractal patterns are patterns in geometry. They're repeated patterns when they get smaller each time in a scale factor. Branches work in that way. They come out in a fractal pattern. Also, snowflakes work in that way. So really kind of interesting patterns in maths involving angles. And then you've got other places. There's loads of places. Last lesson I talked about hexagons and bees and things, but you've got starfish here, which are created with some nice angles in them. And in fact, their scientific name that I only found out just recently is Asteroidea, which is a bit of a funny name for them. Anyway, let's get into the idea of alternate angles. So again, we're going to look at this diagram here with parallel lines. Parallel lines are lines that are the same distance apart at each point, and they're usually denoted in maths with wee triangles in them, like this here and here. So these are the two parallel lines here. This one here and this one here. Now, we're looking for angles that are the same. And the last time we looked at this diagram, we were looking for F shapes, and they were for corresponding angles. This time we're looking for Z shapes. And I'll show you the first Z shape I'm going to look at, which is here. So you can see a Z shape appearing. So we go along a parallel line, down this kind of this cutting through line, if you like, and then along the other parallel line to create our Z shape. It's really important that the lines are parallel for this to work. Okay, now we're looking for angles that are the same. So this angle up here is exactly the same as this angle down here. And in fact, we can take a wee picture of it to show you. If I take a wee picture of this, that should create a new wee bit up here. And if I turn that around, if we make it the same size, a wee bit bigger than what. If I turn, that should be roughly, yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe a wee bit smaller. And I turn it around like that, and it should fit exactly in there, and it does. Okay, so these kind of, on the opposite sides of the Z's, if you like, are exactly the same size, these angles here. Now, what that means is that in the opposite sides here, which I'll just have a look at, you've got another Z shape, if you like. I've got it down here, which is there. So here's a Z shape, just a kind of extended Z shape. And what you find here is that this angle here is the same as this angle here. And that's what you're looking for in alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal and you're looking for Z shapes happening. Now, to name Z shapes, if we were to name this angle at G, for example, what we have to remember is an angle's got 3 letters, and the one at the vertex is the one in the middle. So this angle here would be called F, G, J, and that angle there would be the same as this kind of going from there to there, out to there, if you like. That one there, I'll kind of put the wee bit in. Now, how do you name that angle? Well, that starts at G, and it goes to J, which is at the vertex, and then out to K. Okay, so that's how you name alternate angles, and they're equal to each other. Right, let's look at some ideas with actual angles. These are the kind of questions you'll be asked. We'll look at 3 easy ones and 3 harder ones where you have to fill in all the missing angles. Now, it's important to remember a couple of facts. These on a straight line, you've got 2 angles. They can be split up. It can also be split into 3, but quite often 2. They add up to 180 degrees, and if we split any triangles, you might do it later on, they add up to 180 degrees, all the angles in a triangle. But this will be quite important in this bit here. So straight away I can see my Z there, so that's going to be 30 down here, because there's the parallel lines. Okay, and that's that one pretty much done. The Z shape here, if you look at that, it's going along here, and down here, and down here. but it's also, if you like, going along, down, and there. There's kind of two Z shapes going on. So I can see that that side's going to be 120 over here from this Z shape. Now to get this one here, basically what you're doing is these angles should add up to 180. Kind of like that there, it's a straight line. So because they add up to 180, that one's going to be 60. And then you can think of that as a Z shape, or those two angles add up to 180 and you'll get your 60 in there. Okay, here's another Z shape, except it's almost like a long straight down and a long, which means the wee box means 90 degrees. So that means the one down below, if you like, is 90 degrees here. And again, because you've got 90 degrees on one side and the two angles add up to 180, you're going to have 90 degrees on the other side, which is this one here. And same at the top, you're going to have 90 degrees at the top there. So that's a kind of funny Z shape there. Right, let's look at some harder ones to finish off. Okay, so the first one I'm going to look at is this one here. And I'm spotting my Z shape, which goes like that. Here's my Z shape there. So I'm thinking that's 80 there. Again, because these two angles here come to 180, I know that's going to be 100. And the same thing is going to happen over here. You can look at a Z shape going along, down, along, and that's going to be 100 as well. Okay, let's do the same idea to the other side. So I can see a Z shape here going along, going down, and then along. So what that means is that this, if you like, down here is 105 from that Z shape. And again, you can look at these two here. They should add up to 180 because it's a straight line, so that would be 75 there. And the same thing is going to happen here, or you could look at the Z shape on the other side. That's kind of two ways to look at it. You could think, oh, well, there's a Z shape, like that. So that must be 75 over here. Now, really important, I'll just remind you of the Z shape only works with two parallel lines. So really important to understand that. Right, onto this one. So I can see I've got a Z shape here, going along, down, and along, which means that that one in there is going to be 73. And these two angles here add up to 180, so that's going to be 107. Okay, now I'll get rid of that. And I'm going to look at the other side now here. So I think firstly what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one in here, because if I look up here and start getting a wee bit, oh, I don't know. So I'll go in here, because I know these two come to 180. So that one there is going to be 58. And then I can look to see my Z shape going along, up, and along here. So what that means, because that's 58, that one there is going to be 58. And there's a couple of ways to get this last one inside the triangle. You can either look at the triangle and look at this kind of bit here and think all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So you could add those two and take away from 180 to get this. Or you could think of the top bit being a straight line, which would be the same idea, this bit here, and these three angles add up to 180. So either, the 58 plus something and 73 come to 180, or the 58 and 73 and something come to 180. Whichever way you do it, you should be getting 49 there for your answer. Now let's move on to the last one. So the last one here, if you look at this, that's going to be 90 degrees there, isn't it? Because we're going to add to 180. We've got a Z shape over here. There's a Z shape like that. So what that means is that that's going to be 41 up there. Okay, and if you look at this idea here, we have got 41 there, got 41 there. So in here, that must be, if you get three angles in a triangle, that must be 49. So that's going to come to 180. And I guess this bit up here is going to be 90 as well over here, isn't it? It's going to be 90. I mean, you can get that in a variety of ways. You could go, okay, well, there's a Z shape going on with that one, or you've got a straight line and that side comes to 90, so the other side must come to 90. That's you done.